with y'all. All right, let's get it. So, first and foremost, I do appreciate what up, Lo. I do appreciate everybody tapping in. As always, make sure you guys like the channel, subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff. I'm in a dentist chair, but we're gonna get this free grant. I hear that, man. That's the shit I'm talking about. I mean, ain't no reason not to. I mean, unless you guys want to do what I do, which is sit between CNBC, Bloomberg, and Fox Business every single day for like 10 hours a day, then this is the best way to get the information you need. Save you a lot more time for sure. So, as you guys can see, the market is doing pretty good today. I told you guys yesterday that Fed Chair Powell was going to be speaking to Congress, and a lot of why the market is what it is today. And we're going to talk about crypto in a second, but stocks specifically. One of the reasons why the stock market is what it is today is based on what Fed Chair Powell had to say. And once again, I'm going to keep stumping these things in your head to where it's going to get to the point where you're not going to no longer need to come here to know things to be looking out for. When Fed Chair Jerome Powell speaks, it is going to affect the market. It affected the market today. So if you're seeing your money go up today, it is based on what he said yesterday. So he was in front of the House of Representatives yesterday, basically um, just reiterating that the inflation pressures are going to be temporary. Uh, and I'm going to quote this. He outlined how the inflation overshoot is from categories directly affecting by reopening. He also noted that there are extremely strong demands and the supply has been caught flat footed. A lot of that supply being flat footed is because people aren't spending like that, because people aren't working like that. One of the things that he did also specify is that the unemployment, people maxing out on the unemployment, has a lot to do with why the market hasn't caught up to the inflation at this point. So I've been constantly saying this, and I actually have been catching flack from people saying, well, why are you so quick to have people go work for motherfuckers, and if we can milk the government, then why not? Hey man, do what you do. Like, I'm not mad at it. I just be explaining to motherfuckers why inflation is what it is, and the quicker we can get off of federal unemployment and actually taking advantage of these jobs that are paying more, that are giving signing bonuses, that are and it don't even got to be about getting jobs. It's about getting a consistent stream of income that's actually going to get you above the poverty level. Because believe it or not, unemployment is the poverty level. Like in Arizona, when you take away the federal unemployment, the max that you can get here is 250 a week. That's poverty level. Like, I can't pay no bills with $1,000 a month. So the second that we actually start taking advantage of these jobs, the quicker people will be spending money, because over the last 2 months people have not been spending money. People are holding their cash the last couple of months. It's either because they're scared, they're waiting for something to boom, or they just don't have it to do it. So a lot of these things, they do correlate with unemployment, and he specified that yesterday. He didn't say it was a direct reflection of it, but he did say that it could possibly have an issue, a reason to why inflation is what it is. Inflation is the most used word in the last month. Yeah, it's the reason why the stock market has been flat over the last month. So if you guys are going to know why your money's doing what it's doing, you have to know what inflation is. But once again, he said that it's going to be a temporary thing. Like, it's going into the third quarter, it shouldn't be as big of an issue, and by the time we get towards the end of the year, it shouldn't be an issue at all. But once again, as we start cutting more federal unemployment, then you'll see these things, these stocks continue to raise. uh Tesla in specific, we didn't really talk a lot of, we haven't spoke a lot about Tesla in a long time, but I think we should, because Tesla's actually, it's climbing back up. I know a lot of people are wondering why that is. They actually have just recently added their first, like, electric center in China. And there you go, once again talking about China. And China and Tesla they've had issues for a long time, because a lot of what China's doing is trying to do the exact same thing that Tesla's doing. They've had issues in terms of business for a while, but them opening up this fuel station in China is the first one that Tesla's actually did. We're talking about like an actual station, like not just one little pump, like an actual station. It just opens up opportunities for Tesla. So if you've seen Tesla go up, that is the reason why, because they just opened that up, I think, yesterday. In terms of crypto, because yesterday the whole thing was basically about why crypto was down. And once again, why is crypto down? China has way more power in the economy than we like to give credit to, especially America, because for whatever weird reason we hate China. I don't know why. They actually helped us fight World War II, but I understand they're communist countries, different policies, but at the end of the day their economy is in a way it's stronger than ours. So when they make moves, a lot of times it can have a bigger effect than what ours can. Now, granted, we have a bigger economy, but China has more people, and there's power in numbers. So when we spoke yesterday, we talked about the crypto being down because they had reiterated stopping crypto mining. Specifically, I don't want to mispronounce this province, but it's a province that's really, really known for hydropower, like electricity, which is where a lot of the mining areas were happening at. So that's why crypto had went down not only yesterday, but really over the last couple weeks. It was really just because of China. So a lot of people are wondering, like, well, why is shit going up today? Because you've seen Bitcoin was down 29,000. It's up like 34 today. Big Dogecoin was down like 17 cents. It's at like 24 cents today. Everything is up right now. It's just because people are reinvesting into it. And when I say people, I'm not talking about people like you and me, because people like me and you are most times sheep. Most time, and not me and you, but you know what I mean. The average investor, retail investors, they're sheep. They're going based off the trend. So when they seen it go down, most people sold. That had a lot to do with why it went down to begin with. They seen it going down, so the followers, they followed suit and sold. But the big companies, they're buying this shit. Like, they're buying crypto. They're still buying Bitcoin. They're still buying Dogecoin. These things are still being bought. Buy the dip is a real thing. I said it yesterday. Buy the dip. I hope you guys bought the dip. I personally put an extra 5 grand of my own money back in Bitcoin. I'm glad I did it. It went up 5,000 overnight. So, I woke up and made, a decent amount of coin just because I bought the dip. I highly doubt that Bitcoin will go below 29. I would say 25,000. It could go down again because, once again, this China thing is something that's hovering over us. There is no tangible thing that justifies why crypto is up today, besides the fact that the major investors have invested into the dip. That's it. Like, so, it's highly likely that Bitcoin could go down again a little bit, and it's going to go back up again. It's going to go down again. It's going to go back up again. The hedge fund people are going to always take advantage of a price that's low, especially when it was just double the price 2 months ago. So, at the end of the day, it just kind of gives insight to not be so scared to hold or buy it when it's cheap. You don't buy it when it's high. See, that's the problem with motherfuckers. Y'all want to buy shit when it's cracking. I get it because it sounds sexy. When people were buying, I remember when Meek Mill bought, he had announced, yeah, I'm buying Dogecoin. That shit was at 58 cents then. So people who actually invested into it was like, bro, you late to the party. You know what I'm saying? And that's what happens with a lot of you motherfuckers. Y'all buy it when y'all late to the party. You get in on it when it looked terrible. At the end of the day, Bitcoin ain't going nowhere. It's a part of our daily life. Ethereum, Litecoin, even Dogecoin at this point. It's not going nowhere. Like, these things are not going anywhere. It is not happening. So at the end of the day, it's just about having the foresight to know that this shit ain't gonna last forever. The second that China makes this available, all these numbers are gonna go back up. All they're trying to do is regulate the mining. They don't have no problem with the trading. They just feel like they have to stop the trading to stop the mining. It was never about the trading with them. It was only about the illegal mining. The fact that it has an issue with the fossil fuels in well, throughout the world. That is what it was all about. So once they find a way to regulate mining, and China's gonna find a way to regulate some shit because they're a communist country. So once they figure out how to actually regulate this shit, then all these cryptos are gonna shoot back up. And all y'all niggas that's watching it now, like, damn, this shit ain't working out, y'all gonna be the ones buying it at 50, 60 cents again. And y'all gonna be the dumb ones that ain't gonna make the profit. So I'm not telling y'all what to do. This isn't the live stream isn't to tell y'all what to do, it's just to relay the information. Um, but I would just say that that would be something to look into. Now, one thing I am suggesting is to look into what we call commodities. I actually just dropped some content on the Patreon page yesterday, speaking specifically to commodities because this is a part of the market that a lot of people don't tap into. And when a lot of people think about commodities, the first thing that they think about is gold. But there's literally only over 100 different markets for commodities that you really should look into. The one that I actually posted on my Patreon page has tripled up over the last year. And based on that particular market, it's probably going to double up again this year. So I would recommend, if you guys want to have insight on, not only commodities as a whole, but also that specific stock, tap into the Patreon page. It's available for both levels, but I would definitely look into it. This isn't a sales pitch; it's just other insight for you to kind of look into. I do appreciate all the Patreon subscribers so far. I didn't expect to get 10, 20, 30 people so quickly, but I do appreciate everybody who signed up. And if you have taken the knowledge that I've given through that Patreon page, then you've made money. Ain't no doubt about it, because none of those stocks that I've given are losers. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Once again, the stocks are up because Fed Chair Powell said that inflation is temporary, and the third quarter we should be booming. And crypto is up because people are just getting behind it. There's no tangible reason. It's probably going to go down again. Maybe not permanently, but it's going to go down to where people can still buy the dip again. So just keep that in mind. So once again, I do appreciate everybody tapping into the live stream. I will be back tomorrow. Once again, for the people who want specific tips on stocks, ETFs, commodities, all that good stuff, tap into the Patreon page. $7 or $15, man. You get one stock, you're gonna make your money back. So at the end of the day, it's all about return on investment. But I do appreciate everybody tapping in. I will be here tomorrow, same place, probably not the same time, because y'all know I got shit to do. But y'all have a good one.